Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. Okay, so after a week of not having real time lessons together, I think that today is appropriate for me to listen to all your presentation based on the task that I have assigned to you last Thursday. And I think this is going to be something very interesting because you are going to present your task just like a newscaster would do. Okay, so I think that when you are presenting your news later, you need to sound and use the tone as if you are presenting or reading the news on TV. Okay? Without wasting any more of our time, I think that I would have Danish. Hi, Danish.
Yes.
All right. You're going to present for your group, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if your partner can share the screen so that we can begin the presentation. Okay. A dentist that people actually enjoy visiting. Okay, this is something of an interesting news. Okay, whenever you're ready, Danish.
Okay. A dentist that people actually enjoy visiting. A dentist has gone viral for a few months, and his dental clinic is located at Johor Bahru, and it is called Smiles Dental Care. It is said that the dentist always gives the best treatment for his patient, and he is known because of his technique that makes his patient walk out of the clinic happily. This goes by the name Dr. Singh. The clinic has only been open for 6 months and already have plenty of people struggling to get an appointment with him because there are already so many appointments. He always gives his patients a reward after a successful checkup, especially if the patients are children. They always got toys after a checkup, and they will always want to come back after a checkup. It is believed that Dr. Singh is very friendly and always makes sure that his patients comfortable with him during an appointment. His patients always say positive things about him. Alia, a patient that also brings her son to the clinic said, I really like the way Dr. Singh treated his patients because he will always give us advices to take care of our teeth, and also his treatment is not painful at all. Ali, who is also a patient that said, he always gives me a lot of compliments about my teeth and also help me with my bad habits that are bad for my teeth, such as grinding my teeth. It is expected that he will open more dental clinic branches with a lot more great dentists and very similar procedures with his clinic. It is also said that the appointment issues will be solved in few days because the clinic will introduce a more efficient way of booking an appointment. Dr. Singh said that he will give everyone the best treatment because a warm smile is the universal language of kindness. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Danish, for that news. I think that it's quite interesting to have news that dentists that actually people enjoyed seeing because normally people are scared of the dentist. I think this is quite an interesting story, and I thank you for that. Right, thank you, Danish. Okay, so right for the next part of the presentation. Okay, I will call upon Zulkarnain. Hi, Zulkarnain.
Okay.
All right, Zulkarnain, you're going to present your story. That's my understanding. Is that right? Is that correct? Okay, whenever you're ready, you can share your screen and start presenting your news.
A 10-year-old child that has been compared to Shakespeare. Hamlet may be a footnote in history, but he was in fact William Shakespeare's only son. He died at just 10 years old, largely abandoned by his famous father, who was making his name in London in 1596. In 1599, Shakespeare picked up his quill to write perhaps the most read anti-hero of all his works, Hamlet. I was intrigued by the name Hamnet, being one letter away from his more famous near namesake, Hamlet, says Dublin-based Mocastle, who was co-wrote and co-directed the play with Ben Kidd. It seemed to be a tragic move. People would think it was a typo. No, there was this real-life boy. That real-life boy is the subject of Dead Center's one-hour-long production for a solo child actor, which has already received rave reviews at home, and performing the role of Hamlet on this tour, taking the taking over from previous star Ollie West, is 10-year-old Irish schoolboy Aaron Murphy in his very first acting role. Shakespeare may not have published any words about his personal loss, but he did write about grief more generally. In his play King John, written around 1596, a mother elaborates on the near physical pain, the sheer ache caused by the absence of her son. Grief fills the room up of my absent child, lies in his bed, walks up and down with me, puts on his preachy looks, repeats his words, remembers me of all his gracious parts, stuffed out his vacant garments with his form. Have you had any animals that have died? Prompts Macassar. Oh yeah, lots, a few fish. Murphy replies triumphantly. Any big things with 4 legs? Asks Macassar. A cat, says Murphy. But I didn't grieve because I was 4. We all laugh, but this innocence and very childishness is beating heart of the production. It probes at the intersection of life being questions, questions that not even adults fully understand, even as they put on a brave face and protective shield through the outside world. As Mukazu says, under scrutiny parents' ideas often collapse or are proven to be contradictory. The biggest secret of adulthood is that we don't know what we are doing, and we try to hide that from children as much as we can. Thank you.
All right. So what is it that you've learned from this story, Zulkarnain? Thank you for that story just now. What is it that you learned from the story? One thing, just one thing. Okay, it seems that we are losing connection of Zulkarnain. All right, let's move on to the next person. Can we have Alif Nazhan? Hi, Alif. Hi, Alif. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You may turn on your camera and then share your screen so that you can start presenting your work.
Wait, teacher. Dah, teacher.
Oh yeah, I can see your presentation now. You can start.
Okay. The discovery of a valuable painting or antique. Two valuable 17th century paintings were discovered dumped in a roadside skip, prompting German authorities to issue an information request. The old paintings are thought to be by French artists Ousmane Dembele and Antoine Griezmann. According to police, a man discovered the painting last month at a motorway service station near Paris, France. He turned them in to Cologne police. The artworks are still unclaimed. An initial assessment by an art expert determined that the two framed paintings were original, according to the police. According to police, one is an undated portrait of a young boy wearing a red hat. According to police, it was painted by Ousmane Dembele, a painter and writer who lived in the neighborhood. That's the end of this.
That's the end of this story. Okay, it's about a painting. Right, I noticed that you've managed to use quite a good reporting verbs that I can see there, which is awesome. And the story is quite interesting too. Okay, thank you, Alif. I think that you may join your friend on YouTube now so that we can continue our lesson later. Okay,
Okay, okay,
thank
teacher.
you, Alif. Right. All right. So moving on, let's hear from Amirul Ghaffar. Hi, Amirul Ghaffar.
Hello. Hi, teacher.
Okay, hi. All right, so once you're ready, you may share your screen and then start your presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm, Clearly, you can see it.
All right. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Today I want to present a report titled "A Person Rescued by an Animal." Yesterday, at Johor Bahru, there is a dog who saved his owner from a stroke attack. Mutu, who was the one with the stroke attack, told his story to us. It was really frightening. He couldn't get up, and he didn't realize at the moment that he had a stroke. Unfortunately, his cell phone was on the dresser about 10 meters away. There is no way he could get it. Second later, Mutu 62 felt something wet and rough at his face, his dog tongue. Bob, the German shepherd that he adopted for 6 years, standing above him and look of concern on his face. Bob kept licking me and crying, so Mutu reached his hand and to pet her, then grabbed his collar. Recalled Mutu, who gone to bed just 2 hours before he fell. He was stunned by what happened next, he said. Bob packed up and began pulling Mutu inch by inch out of the crawl space, and the wiggled toward his dresser. 3 minutes later, he was in front of his dresser and was able to reach up with his right arm and retrieve his cell phone to call for help. At Sultanah Aminah Hospital that night, Mutu was given an MRI that revealed he had suffered a stroke. Doctor told him it was likely his four-legged companion had saved his life. It was the best decision I had never made to adopt it, said Mutu, who lived alone for almost 10 years after his wife passed away. Yeah, that's all for me. Okay.
Okay, is that all? Yeah, that's all, right? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amiro. Okay, as for the last presentation, let's hear from Arif. Hi, Arif.
Hi, teacher.
All right, so you can share your screen and then start presenting once you're ready.
Okay, sure. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So, a couple who are celebrating their 90th wedding anniversary. Yesterday in Johor, a lovely couple celebrated their 90th anniversary here. Jacob and Mary, 110, are an Australian couple, are respected as their marriage lasted for nearly 100 years of marriage. They both married in 1931 and live happily with their three children and nine grandchildren. It was a very romantic. It was very romantic because the event was held in Royal Botanic Garden, the place where Jacob proposed Mary. Our reporters have asked them about their secrets in maintaining their marriage for nearly a century. They said they always pray and think about causes that may occur to their children if something bad happens. We also had a chance to ask them about their tips to keep healthy although they have reached 110 years old. We always exercise together in the morning every day as well as cut down on sugary food and beverage. It was very happening and a sea of people came to their events to capture their beautiful moments. This event also got worldwide coverage as people from other countries also don't want to miss out on these memorable events. Let's just hope for them that Let's just hope for them to have a sweet life together until their last breath. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Arif. That is quite a interesting story there. Thank you. You may join your friends, other friends on YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so for the next part of the lesson, it's going to be an enrichment activity since you have understood the use of reporting verbs when you are reporting news. Okay, so we are going to do this exercise. This is called a video exercise, and you're going to answer the questions on the live chat section that we have on the stream right now. Okay, so let me just share you the screen first. Okay, share with me your ready emoji with me to start our exercise now. Any emoji, share with me the emoji on the live chat section so that I know you're ready to start. Okay, just choose an emoji on your keypad or keyboard and share in the live chat section so that I know that you're ready for this exercise. Okay, now I've seen quite a few of you have shared their emojis, all right? This is something that I normally do with my class to check whether or not you're ready to start. Okay, so this is going to be a video lesson you have to answer on the live chat section. Once you know the answer, I will try not to repeat it, but if there's a necessity, I will repeat the audio or the video, and then you have to answer on your live chat section. Okay, please make sure that you adjust your volume at the appropriate level so that you can hear the video. Okay.
In this video, we're going to talk about reporting verbs. Reporting verbs are used to report what someone said more accurately than using say and tell.
I'm sorry for being late.
Okay, the first question, she apologized. Okay, the gap there, late. Okay, what do you think the answer for this one? Okay, I'm going to repeat the audio again. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, if you know the answer, share your answer already in the live chat section. Okay, we've got a few coming in. Okay, 3 of you answered for being. Let's wait for the others as well. Okay, most of you answered for being. Let's see if that's the correct one. Very good. All right, let's move on to the next question. So we normally apologize to somebody for not doing something. That is also a reporting verb.
For being late.
You're always late.
Okay, what should we put there in the gaps here? Okay, what should we put in the gaps here? He accused her being late. What do you think the suitable preposition to put here? Okay, is it for? Is it of? Okay, what do you think is the most suitable word that you could put here? Okay, most of you answered off. Let's see. Very good. All right, let's move on.
I'm not going to cook for you every day.
Okay. So she said, I'm not going to cook for you every day. Okay, so these are the words that you need to rearrange. Okay, so can you rearrange these words for me so that it meant the same as I'm not going to cook for you every day? Okay, let's try this one. Okay, we've got a few already. She refused to cook for him every day. Okay, let's see if that's the correct answer. She refuses to cook for him every day. Awesome. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so meaning to say refuse is used when you don't want to do something. Okay.
You every day.
I wish I could join you for dinner, but I have no money.
I'm going to lend you some money.
Please don't say no. I want to lend you this money. I insist.
No, I can't. I can't take your money.
I insist. I want to lend you money.
Okay, so in this exercise, you need to type the wrong word. So please type the wrong word in the chat section so that um, I can put in the answers for you. Okay, so which one is the wrong word here? Is it Kathy? Is it insisted? Is it inland? Is it in? Is it Jenny? Is it some? Is it money? What do you think the wrong word here? Okay, some of you answered in. Okay, how about the rest? Okay, let's see if this is the correct answer. Okay, so what is the answer for this one? Okay, Kathy insisted lending Jenny some money. Okay, so what is the correct preposition for this one? Okay, can you put the correct preposition for this one? Okay, Emir said on. How about the rest? Okay, let's try on because a few of you answered on. Very good. All right, let's move on to the next question. Insist on doing something. Okay.
To lend you money.
Do not lie in court.
Okay, so the judge say do not lie in court. So what is the correct word for this one? They were not to lie in court. What is the verb that you can use to put to fill in the blanks here? They were not to lie in court. Okay. What is the verb that is suitable for that particular sentence or particular gap? Okay, we've got a few coming in. Told. One. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, let's try something different. Warn. Be a correct one. Very good. Okay. Very good, Nazif. Okay, that's the answer. They were warned not to lie in court because this is a setting of a court whereby it is imperative. It is very important that you didn't lie in court, and it could serious repercussion if you did lie in court. All right, let's move on to the next question.
You mustn't smoke anymore.
Okay, you mustn't smoke anymore. So how are you going to change this into reporting verbs? Okay, can you give me ideas how to change you mustn't smoke anymore into reporting verbs? Okay. Once you're ready, you can share the sentence that you think it will be right for this particular situation on the live chat in the live chat section. Okay, I need to stop smoking. All right, let's see. Let's try Danish Gaddafi's answers. Okay, so the solution is actually forbid somebody to do something, meaning that you are stopping somebody, you are not allowing a person to do something. So the answer is forbid somebody to do something. Okay.
What shall we have for dinner?
Let's have Indian food for dinner.
Okay, type the extra word. This is not a wrong word, but type the extra word that's not needed in the sentence. So the sentence was, let's have Indian food for dinner. So the extra word for this one is, okay, let's look at this sentence. He suggested to having Indian food for dinner. Okay, can you tell me which one of these words should not be in the sentence? Okay. Can you tell me which word that is not supposed to be there? The extra word. Okay, we have a few answers coming in too. Okay. Well done. Let's move on to the next question.
Food for dinner. I didn't steal his money.
Okay, so what is the correct verb for this one? He denied the money. Okay, so the statement was, I didn't steal his money. So in this sentence, what should be the verb is after denied? Okay. Okay, let's go with Emir's answer, stealing. Very good, Emir. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, deny is used when you're accused of doing something like didn't. Okay.
His money.
Congratulations on your promotion. We're all happy.
Okay, she congratulated him. Is it on, in, at, for? Which one is the correct answer for this one? She congratulated him. His promotion. Is it on, in, at, or for this one? Okay, we've got a few ons here. We've got a for too. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, we've got a few ons. Let's try with on. Very good. Right, let's move on to the next question.
Oh, happy for you.
It's your fault I cut my finger. You never helped me.
Okay, let's put the words in order. Okay. So she mentioned that he is the reason of her cutting her finger. So what do you think the sentence would be for this one? Okay. Can you please rearrange the words here to form the good sentence that is needed for this particular statement? Okay. What would be the correct order of the sentence here? Okay, we've got a few already. She blamed him for cutting her finger. Okay, let's see if that's the correct answer. All right, well done, everyone. Okay, so that was the end of our exercise for today. All right, so we are at 9 o'clock now. We have half an hour left, I think, for our class for today. So as an exit ticket, all right, exit ticket means whatever it is that you learned from today, and it should be reflective of what you actually managed to get from this lesson. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this tab. Okay, so now once this broadcast has ended, I need you to write a weird news headline using passive reporting verbs. Okay, we've learned that certain news items can sound like it's a fact when you do passive reporting verbs. Just now we learned about verbs like denied, warn. Okay, so when you are doing passive reporting verbs, it is important that you use the specific verbs to portray what it is that you're trying to say. So your task in the comment section, once this broadcast has ended, write a weird news headline using passive reporting verbs. Okay? Right? So you have half an hour to do so. Right? So I'm going to expect all 29 of you to be able to write the comment so that I can count your attendance based on the comment that you left in this channel. All right, with that being said, thank you for your cooperation for today's lesson. I'm going to see you next in Thursday, I think. All right, thank you, everyone. Make sure you didn't forget to leave the comments so that I can record your attendance for today's lesson. Thank you, everyone.